Hello, I'm Vila Spiderhawk, and I'm going to read an excerpt from Hidden Passages, Tales to Honor the Crones. This book is available for $2.99 at Amazon's Kindle store, at Barnes & Noble's Nook store, and at my website, www.vilaspiderhawk.com. That year, we had a white Christmas. It started snowing early on the 23rd and didn't stop until well into the night. Everything in the city was beautiful on Christmas Eve morning. I raced to the window the minute I woke up so I could see the snow before the cars made gaping ruts in it. Everything was round and soft and glittery in the sunlight, and the quiet was magical. I knew immediately that it would be a wonderful day. I dashed downstairs to breakfast. I ripped through the Bible verses Mama had quizzed me on, and bolted the cereal and juice she had laid out for me. I fidgeted impatiently as she braided my hair and barely listened as she recited the next passage I was to memorize. By the time she was settled into her sewing and I could sneak the package from the shoebox, many of the sidewalks had been shoveled. Patches of ice replaced the lovely mounds of snow that had glittered like fairy dust such a short time before. I didn't care. I couldn't wait to give Mima Poe the present. I set off running as fast as I could up the icy street, and just outside Mima Poe's house, I slipped and fell on top of the bundle. The broken frame glass was so sharp that I didn't know a piece of it had stabbed into my wrist. Only when I looked down and saw the spurting blood did I understand I was in deep trouble. I held my hand as far away from my clothing as I could, and terrified banged on Mima's door, screaming her name and begging for help. She was pale in her light blue housecoat and halo of loose white hair. Her eyes were wide with horror. Moving faster than I thought possible, she snatched me into the house and bound my wrist tightly with the belt of her robe. Then she took several deep breaths, closed her eyes, and mumbled something that I didn't understand. All the while she held my wrist in both her hands. My wrist felt unusually warm. It throbbed, it ached, it itched, and then I felt nothing. She opened the tourniquet. The wound was gone. Only a small scar showed where it had been. I realized my mouth was hanging open. I closed it. I realized that I had been holding my breath. I exhaled. I realized that she had just healed me, but I had no idea how. Then I realized my wonderful gift was ruined, and I began to cry. Gingerly navigating the snow and ice in her scruffy slippers, Mima went outside and retrieved the present. "What is this, Susie Q?" She grinned as she came back in, crinkling the paper that now had bloodstains as well as berries. "Is this for me?" She winked and obviously delighted. I nodded. "But it's ruined now. I broke it." Even I couldn't stand my whining. Ignoring my tears, she carefully unwrapped the package, smoothing out the paper as if she intended to save it, blood and all. I didn't want to know what had become of my beautiful frame, but she held it to me as if I had never seen it before. Again, this is from Hidden Passages, Tales to Honor the Crones. This book is available for $2.99 at Amazon's Kindle store, at Barnes & Noble's Nook store, and at my website, www.vilaspiderhawk.com.